All right, I got the planters and the tractors sitting at the shop. And the first place you'll want to go to is towards the farm, and I'll show you what you need to do.
Okay.
There's parts of this field that we missed plowing.
What do
I was all starting that too. I'd been watching Clarkson's Farm.
Have you been watching it? The season 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how far are you along before I say anything?
Not very.
Okay, then I won't say anything, because it like I said, it gets good. I'm just not gonna tell you anything. Not even. Okay, I'm in one of the tractors by the planter. You want me to hook up to something?
The planter.
Okay. But yeah, Derek, I won't tell you anything because.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I mean, for us kind of binged it. We watched it over like 3 nights or whatever.
And we watch a show at a time, and that's all. When we sit down to watch TV, we watch a show until we've seen it, and then we'll get another show.
Okay, because see, usually we'll just do, 1 episode a night or whatever, but this we were doing like 2, and, we buzzed through it a lot quicker than we normally would a show.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
I wonder if that's well, I guess Brooke is not too far behind us. I just wondered if that was like an older thing versus a newer thing, because when we used to watch shows together, she hated it because I would only watch 1 episode a night. And she's like, why don't you just binge it? And I'm like, because I don't want to.
I mean, well, the thing is, depending on what it is, I mean, like Clarkson, if you went all the way through, I forget, there's, it's like, I think 10 episodes or 10, and they're 1.5 hours or whatever episodes. So, I mean, that's sitting there for...
Yeah, I'm on like 3 or something.
yeah, something like that. But, if you just sat there and went through it all, that's like, I don't know, what is it? A whole day or 10 hours. I mean...
Yeah, it's 12 hours of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hooked up to the planter. Where are we going here? Hang on.
Okay, go towards the farm. I parked the pickup.
Okay.
I parked the pickup in the road, so you can't go any further, and I need you to stop there because I need to show you what to do next.
Okay. Oh, see, I thought you were gonna get that other tractor and another planter.
No, that was Derek's.
Okay.
I was gonna teach you guys how to plant tonight, because there's gonna be some back and forth going between the fields, and you kind of need to know what's going on.
I'll fill the.
Yeah, and you need to know where to get it from.
Well, anyway,
although these planters hold quite a bit. I've almost got this field planted, and I haven't had to go back yet. So.
Oh, that's good.
Well, anyway, talking about this, watching through, and yeah, I think it is a old versus young thing. Like, generally younger, are gonna just watch it like they're gonna watch it all the way through, because it's they're not self-contained stories anymore. It's like one big long movie broken up into
Exactly. And if I wait till next week, I done forgot what the fuck's going on.
Well, so
here's thing, and I don't care anymore.
I mean, Clarkson's Farm's a little different than that, but I get it, but then also, I don't know. I like doing it in the chunks. It's like, well, then why didn't they just have it be a 6 hour, if it's a 6 episode thing, 6 hour deal, and you just invest the time, and there you go.
But Derek, I'm not saying that I'm not watching, like once a week. I'm watching like every night. It's just I'm watching 1 episode tonight, and I'll watch another episode tomorrow night.
Well,
my reasoning, what I told her, my reasoning is because I actually I'll watch the episode and I'll sit there and I'll think about it overnight and kind of soak it into my mind. And then the next night, I'll watch the next one. Okay, so you're at the pickup.
Yep.
I'm watching your stream, so I saw you.
Okay.
Let me back up now.
I gotta go.
What I wanted to show you is it's great. It's this.
I had to
thing right
download
here.
that mod, so I wondered if there was something
Yeah.
Gotta like have the planter in a certain place, or
that's just where I had put it.
Well, no, I mean I gotta back it up to.
Yeah, you'll have to open the covers.
Let me get her in my camera.
I guess I can. Yeah, I can watch it.
No, I can.
You gotta.
Well, I know.
Open the cover.
I know.
Oh, hey, I forgot to ask. Did that fucking little short video I sent you for the Jeep make it?
Oh.
Like a week ago or some shit?
Yeah. Was giving me the keyboard shortcuts, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's okay, and then start fill. Now, will it automatically fill the?
No, you have to hit one of the joysticks. I think it's the left
I
one
mean, will
down.
it fill the other side, even though it's like technically?
Oh yeah, you don't have to fill both of them. It's just one tank.
Okay, it's just like petering out. No, you gotta hold it.
No, you just press the button.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and see, it's just hitting a little, not in the right exact spot. Yeah. Oh, I see what. Yeah, I'm not in the exact right spot. Oh, I had my cameras. There we go. Well, that's like perfect.
You know it'd probably help you.
Oh shoot, I'm full because it says 100% down.
Yeah.
Oh, so is this planter full?
It doesn't take long to fill. No.
Well, like it literally didn't hardly fill anything.
It doesn't seem like it, but it did.
Okay, all right.
So now drive down that road.
Okay, hold on.
Drive down that road. I'm all the way back in. What is it? 23. I'm all the way back in the backfields. I figured I'd start in the backfields and work our way closer to the spout.
So I need to
get what I mean.
The hell you're going to the.
Well, go towards the grain bins.
Yeah.
And then turn down that road and go all the way to the back.
Okay, we're going over there. Just wish it had a little dot where you.
Had a what?
Had a little dot on the map where you were.
It does if you open up your start menu.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get out of the. Yeah, I mean the little circular map.
If you open that 2 sizes, he'll be on there.
Oh, let me see.
It's 9 on your keyboard. Ooh, I remembered one. Look at me.
Well, I don't have the keyboard.
You hold the top
there we go.
left.
Yeah, top left. Oh, there. Well, there we go.
You can see my arrow.
But I never can figure out which arrow's which and which way I'm pointing.
Well, the arrow has a point. Okay, now I can see.
Well,
so you're in 20. You're in 23, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's handy. Again, too many buttons. Let's see. We were talking about streaming or not streaming, but shows and all that. Yeah, I do like Chris does, Derek. I watch one chunk or episode a night, whatever.
Right.
Whatever it is,
I don't ever have two shows to watch, so.
Well,
I've got more. I got more shows to watch than I have time to watch them.
Well, here's the deal, Derek. I actually watch more YouTube than anything. When I watch something like Clarkson's Farm, that's when I invest some time to. Okay, do I need to plant this upper section that was grass or what?
You can, yes, because I'm like not quite done, but I'm getting closer to being done down here.
All right, well, I'm gonna give up.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Yep.
Bye.
Are you getting? Is it just rain, or are you getting like thunderstorms, like severe storms?
Must have dived to what ducked out already.
Yeah.
We got like a little bit of snow and stuff. Probably eventually.
Well, So I was watching the weather yesterday, and he's right along the stream where the cold and the warm fronts are hitting, and it was supposed to push storms that way, but down in Oklahoma they were supposed to get severe storms.
And of course, we watched it come to us because I have cameras up at Fraser, and we check them every once in a while. And actually, the one outdoor one goes off like when the temperature starts rising because all the icicles fall off.
Oh yeah.
But motion. But yeah, we can watch it snowing there, and that's like, well, in a couple hours it'll be snowing here.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of that, I've been I installed internet and camera, security stuff, cameras and water sensors, other sensors, temperature, other things to monitor that up there, and then got some stuff I got to make time to go up there and kind of work on it, update it. We're gonna start using it more again, and get somebody rent it or Airbnb the one side, and
Yeah.
got a lot of work to do. That done. A long story.
Oh, so I was messing around. I got a couple things I was going to talk to you. Some of it stream related, some of it game related. But one of them's kind of stream related, kind of not, because it's kind of separate on its own, but it'll be kind of ran with it. I was working a little bit more on my shirt today.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was like thinking about it because I've been really frustrated because it's like, man, I've been working 3 years on it, and granted, when I say 3 years, it's not like I've been doing this every day for 3 years. It's been like I've got time now, and then I may not do anything for like months at a time, and then I'll come back in and I'll do some more, and
Yeah.
but I'm not getting anywhere on it. But then today, uh, so I've kind of I'm not proficient with GIMP yet, but I'm getting better at it. I'm actually learned a little bit about that, but I was also gonna say, like, I've been messing around with the design a little bit because I had the initial one drawn. I drew it like 3 years ago because that was actually the easy part. The coloring has been the hardest part for me, but that's more so because of the program and I'm not used to it. But I've been messing around with it, and I think it's like, man, it's been taking 3 years, but maybe at the same time it might not have been such a bad thing because I've kind of been playing around with it, trying to learn how to color and like kind of figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and
well, yeah, and then of course now you know more about what you're doing and how to, well, just with streaming and all that, and then actually then maybe you'll. I got kicked out. So.
yeah, I saw that.
So, oh yeah, I'm. But yeah, well, maybe you'll want to, kind of create your own logo because that thing I come up with, yeah, I literally just got some
Well, I do have
free.
my own logo. I do have my own logo in mind. That I should be able to draw myself. The hardest part, and I don't even think it'll be that hard, might be actually drawing the skull, but
Well, go
I'm not gonna go super elaborate with it, so that should help.
just go, go find a, like a royalty free one off the internet, that you like, and then go from there. You like use it as a start with, then you don't have to
A
draw it from
template.
scratch. Just Google like royalty free skull or find one.
Yeah.
Like or clip art skull or something. Yeah, just well you can. I mean that's if you want to like play 100% by the rules, but steal artwork all the time. Like, I mean you're gonna modify it, so technically it's. I guess you can always argue. Think of it. Free, but think of the word now. But anyway, you're going to be adding to it, so it's transformed. And here's the thing:
Yeah.
nobody's gonna know.
Yeah.
I mean, put it this way: like the huge content creators, like the Logan Pauls or whatever the world, if you know who he is,
Yeah, I know who he is.
have stole
I don't watch
artwork.
his I don't
No, I
watch
don't
him, but
either.
I know who he
I
is.
hate him. He's what I vehemently hate him because he's what screwed up monetization and advertising and everything on YouTube. I mean, PewDiePie kind of started it with his little Fiverr stunt, but that wasn't even the that wasn't the worst part. Logan Paul and him filming that dead guy in Japan and video about it, and that's when the adpocalypse happened, and then screwed up. Then YouTube had to, got pressured by advertisers. They started pulling out to police stuff and the demonetization stuff. They got heavy-handed about it. I mean, like I said, some of my stuff got demonetized, like stuff that even the most prudish person would be like, why would that be not monetized, offensive?
Yeah.
I mean, it was literally like videos with, yeah, I know, one where Katie was riding at Jesse's track, got demonetized. That wasn't advertiser safe. I mean, that's what what the form letter said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I had some gun ones or whatever, like us shooting down at Derek's and stuff. Yeah, I guess just because of everybody's ninnying about that stuff. I mean, I guess I sort of understand that. That doesn't make it right, but
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well,
it was
I
like
figured
it was like some motorcycle ones. But again, that's the thing. It's like, okay, one like that. I think I'm getting kicked. Oh, stuck on the. Should have done. But yeah, anyway, so yeah.
Um,
I really hate that.
yeah. Well, and then so the other thing was this is more game related, but I've been having a kind of a craving to hit up GTA again.
5 or
And but I'm to the point where it's like I've beat the game like 3 or 4 times, because they haven't really come out with a new one. And
no, I mean it's been since like
well,
2015 or whatever when that game.
no, it's even longer than that. I think
Thought it
it
was
came out in like 2012.
well,
Um,
maybe 5. You mean?
yeah,
Okay, you know what? It might have been like 2013. You're right. It's been longer than that, but
but
maybe it was the
so
online came a couple years.
yeah, and so it's like, well, then now I've kind of I mean, you actually probably know more about that than I do, just
Yeah, I actually
through
watched
passing.
like a back then was a popular streamer. He like doesn't
Yeah,
like he disappeared from the internet. But yeah, I watched it. Well,
but
I'll tell you a story why quick story why I even watched him is I stumbled on he was doing a playthrough. Like these were videos, not live streams, but they were broken up from live streams. But I stumbled on and was like, okay, I'll watch this guy play through GTA 3 just for the nostalgia part. And then he's playing, and then he's talking, and he was like, I'm drinking this Pepsi, and oh, Waterworld or something. So I found out he was in Colorado, and then I kind of little sleuthing at the time found out he lived just over like like over on Wadsworth and like Quincy, and he was part of this one of those gamer household deals, and so
oh,
they were.
I think you
I
told me
think I
about
told
that
you about
before.
this, but I mean, yeah, it's like this kind of I wouldn't say McMansion, but like one of these 5 bedroom, 6 bedroom things, and they just rented it and they just gamed 24/7 and anyway. But anyway,
Yeah.
he then that was about time GTA 5 came out and he started making, little chunks of playthroughs from his streams, and so I watched that. So yeah, I've seen through the entire game and everything from that. That again, that's been a long time ago, so I probably couldn't tell you anything that really happens in the
Well,
game. Otherwise, the one controversial scene where they're like electrocuting a guy with a car battery or
oh yeah, yep.
yeah, something like that. It's
That's
pretty.
when they're trying to interrogate him.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, anyways, so I was like, well, maybe I'll try the online, because apparently that's kind of, I think that's why they haven't come out with a new game, because they just
They're making
let's
money. Well, it's probably why
they're
Fortnite. I mean, they probably had updates and all that stuff, but there really hasn't been a new like Fortnite. There, I mean,
well,
like a real
yes and no. They change the map all the time.
well, yeah, but I
Every
mean,
season they
like,
change the map.
but they're just milking it because it's still making them money.
Yeah. Well,
And why
yes
not?
and no. You can tell that it's not. You can tell Call of Duty kind of stole their thunder.
Which is odd because
I'm
like,
assuming it was Call of Duty, but
well,
I think there are some other games that did too. But
yeah, but when I think Call of Duty, I mean, I'm thinking mid mid 2010s on that game too. But they must have had something new come out.
so they still do the campaign mode, but now they also do like Fortnite, where you have a world that you go into and you battle it out.
Yeah, and I don't know those. I guess I guess I shouldn't say without trying, but like I just don't know if those kind of games are for me.
Yeah.
Where it's kind
Well,
of
I can tell you.
rando. I mean, I can see how it'd be neat to just test your skills and yeah, but sometimes it like probably gets annoying. You spawn and then all of a sudden somebody gets you a headshot.
That doesn't necessarily happen. Maybe once occasionally, but most of the time that doesn't really happen.
I must be getting kicked out
Usually
of
the
the game.
world's big enough that and you kind of The only way that would ever happen is if you went to some place that's like a popular drop site for people to come in at. And you kind of learn real quickly not to go to those sites. Let's go out somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you can kind of figure that out. Like I have like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 different spots that I can drop in at and not have to
Did your
fight
game
anybody right
drop
off.
or something? Because I got kicked out, but I also don't see.
My game didn't. No, my game. I'm still going.
Okay, well, it doesn't show up my. Well, I don't know what it is, but I'm getting
It's
low.
still the internet. So they cut the. I think they were trying to fix it, and then they ended up cutting the fiber yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if it's the internet provider that's doing it or if it's whoever controls the fiber that was trying to make repairs and didn't get them made. Or but it was really weird. So I was talking about I think I was telling you guys Tuesday night they were supposed to be fixing it Wednesday morning. Well, I woke up Wednesday morning and my cell phone wouldn't necessarily work either. And so I don't know if how extensive this was that they were doing, but anyways, then I heard that we found out today that they had actually cut the fiber accidentally and they had to repair that. So it's been a mess around here for a few days with any kind of data service.
Okay, well, I was just wondering, well, maybe it's my connection. It must automatically go into like a AI worker or something because when I jump back in, it's like tractor's moving. Something. Like otherwise, I've been done.
Anyways, going back into GTA, I kind of skipped around there or shifted gears or whatever. Um, so I was like thinking, okay, well, I'll get into this online stuff because evidently that's how everybody's still playing the game now. And I was like, well, maybe I just don't. Maybe I would like it, and I just don't know because I haven't ever played it. And well, I went to so I went and re-downloaded it because I actually took it off the laptop. There for a little bit, and so I re-downloaded it and stuff, and I couldn't find the online function, and so I was like, okay, well, I know I have to have it. So I started looking around and stuff on the internet, and found out in order for me to play online, I think I have to beat the game on the PC before it'll let me have that menu, and it's like, oh, well, that's good and bad. It's bad because I've played the game so much that
Boring because you know what
it's
what's
kind of
coming.
it's it's boring, and I'm kind of don't it I part of the reason why I played it like 3 or 4 times and beat it 3 or 4 times is because it was like, well, kind of a nostalgia thing. I was like, well, it's been a while. Let's go ahead and play it. And I'm like, I'm not in that kind of a mood. I'm in a more of I want new content kind of a mood.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I suppose I could if that's how I have to get online. And then on top of that, now that I know more because of you telling me about the different things that you can do with this with the money and stuff, it's like, okay, maybe it won't be so bad doing it this time. I just have to put the time in to do it.
Yeah.
But anyways, I kind of started down that too. Actually, I've kind of been all over because I actually played a little bit of American Truck Simulator this week, and I was thinking about bringing it back in the stream on my weekends. I did what Average told me to do, which was change some settings, and now the game is a lot more suited for me.
Dang it, got kicked out again. Maybe try one more time. Get kicked out again. I think we might be done.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, I guess I'm
don't know.
assuming it's your connection, but maybe something with mine. I don't.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure it's mine because.
Well, the reason why I say that is it's like, even though I'm watching my in and out, I'm actually watching my internet connection, and it's not like dropping out. But I guess, I do wonder. It's like, oh, all of a sudden Comcast is saying, oh, we got a spike in upload, better throttle him, and that's what's causing, because I know that happens in certain parts of the country. They do that. I mean, it's not
well,
like I'm doing.
My internet has been so bad for the last 2 days now after after what they were supposed to fix, that I can't even, like, when I go in to play Fortnite, it's a 50-50 shot if I'm actually going to get to play the game before it kicks, or if it's going to kick me.
Well, so okay, so this is funny. My tractor was just going in a circle while I was not in the game, or either while it was locked up. Yeah, there's like, I planted in a circle. Menu there. Literal. We'll see. Actually, you talk about fiber. I got kind of a solicitation door hanger. The only other company out here to get like, other than like Starlink or like the type of line of sight deal you have, which is not good here because there's so much other like interference stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of not really an option. But the only other real like wired option, I would say, is CenturyLink used to be Quest. I mean, they've changed their names a couple different. Probably partly because they, just like Comcast, they all have a bad name. But anyway, a little door hanger was on door, and Katie came back from store or whatever and saw it, and kind of looks like official, like kind of like, we need you to contact us, doing work in your area. Well, basically, we're hooking other people up with fiber. If you want it, call us and we'll do you too, or something kind of deal. Because there's not, but it'd be fiber to the house. And I'm not too familiar with exactly what you got to have that make that happen, but I just did a cursory look, and it's like, it's the way it reads a lot better bandwidth than what I got for cheaper. I mean, not like huge, like we're talking like $13 cheaper, but it's like, according to their up to speeds, it's like 5 times as fast as what I have here, about 5 times as fast. And then, like, especially like the upload speed is a lot better, which is what makes this work. I kept it, honestly, because I was like, well, if I ever get pissed enough at Comcast, maybe I'll look at changing. I mean, there is an initial kind of like installation fee, but I don't think that much. Like 70 or $80, which covers them burying the line to your house. But then I got
Yeah.
but then I got to thinking, it's like, well, that might be, having it buried might be kind of, at least in this day and age, because it's not ubiquitous around here. Not everybody would have. That's like when I'm going to sell anytime soon. Whenever I do, some average advertise, both cable and fiber is run to the house, so you can next person doesn't have to front that initial installation cost.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, I'm always skeptical of the whole of what the advertised speeds are. But even if it only gets half of that, it's still 2 times as fast as what I got here, basically.
Well, I can tell you, or at least from my coworkers' experience, I can tell you that Starstream or anyways,
Starlink, yeah.
Yeah, Starlink, it is actually better than advertised.
Well, that's what I was kind of, when we were talking before. It's like super crazy good. I mean, you still have all the problems that can happen with normal satellite signal, like with sunspots and stuff. I mean that, but again, they all, no matter what, like what you have has its downsides. You're kind of finding that out.
Yeah.
Which, again, how often does that really happen? Same with my cable. It almost
Well,
never goes out, but then it does. It has gone out, but it's not like out for days and stuff.
well, mine does, like, it'll do something like this, and then it'll not work for a few weeks, and then eventually they'll get it back up, and then I'll be fine for a while. And
Well, it's gonna always get better because it's still a pretty new thing, just technology wise. Anyway, that wireless line of sight deal.
well, and you were talking about there's so much interference out there and stuff. Well, part of the reason why it works so well for me is because I'm literally 3 blocks away from the
Right. When you're farther away
from the
from the
send.
little radio send transmitter, because yeah, well, and I know what you mean, because we at the warehouse location, for the longest time, part of the reason why we couldn't do anything cloud based or anything is because it was literal, like the phone line twisted pair, all only thing run there. There was no cable, whatever they called them, demarcs or whatever, that were even close. So like if we wanted to get, in this case Comcast cable to there, it would have been like $5,000 or $10,000, because they'd have to dig up the streets and stuff just to install it to one customer, because
Yeah.
nobody, there's just not that many potential customers in that industrial area. And so we did this, and then this line of sight deal, but we were just on the very edge of the radius that it could pick up, and it worked, and it was better than the twisted pair, but it would drop and do all this other stuff. Now Comcast finally, fit the bill, or they got some, you know, subsidy from the city probably, and ran it down there, and now all about 6 businesses, or maybe there might, well, there's probably more than 6, but just on that street or block is about 6, now probably all have it. So I guess what I'm saying with your deal is, it'll get better. Just like at my folks' place, had again only, twisted pair DSL for the longest time, and I mean, it was a way for them to have internet. And well, back when we would just do like this voice calling and video calling, like, well, MSN Messenger pre Skype. It worked fine. But like once TV stuff streaming, it would just barely keep up, and especially like when all 4 of us would be back as kids, with our phones and everything hooked up, it would just drop out. We almost
Yeah.
couldn't use it, kind of thing. But now they upgraded and put in whatever they needed to put in, and now they have better than honestly they have better, speeds and such than I have. and I don't know what they pay, but probably for around the same price, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's why I was kind of entertaining this idea, this fiber, just because it's, you know, about, I'm gonna call it, I mean, yes, it's technically, as they're advertised, $13 cheaper than what I'm paying, but that's, the ad advertised price always doesn't include, taxes and stuff. So at the end of the day, I lost connection to the game. I think I'm gonna jump out. We can talk just a bit here, but
Okay.